Last class we had discussed about total reflecting prism. So today we'll look at another example of total internal reflection, and that is optic fiber, and then we will solve in few numericals. So optic fiber is a very thin glass tube, and it has basically got a cladding and a core. So it looks like this. You will have a thick portion like this, and that is called cladding, and this is called core, and this is also cladding. We'll take a small section of the optic fiber. Now I draw a normal to this face. You have an incident ray coming and falling. This is a rarer medium, this is a denser medium. The incident ray is from air to glass, so it is from a rarer to a denser medium. So it bends towards the normal. So it bends towards the normal like this. Now here you have another normal. You have core, cladding, interface. So there it undergoes total internal reflection because the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle. So it undergoes total internal reflection like this. Again here it undergoes total internal reflection, and this process repeats and it comes out of the optic fiber. So this is how basically total internal reflection happens in an optic fiber. Now you would have heard about optic fiber in various places, like it is used for communication, then it is used for medical purposes. Now we will look at a few numericals on total reflecting prisms. The question is, you have a figure given. In the given figure, complete the path of the incident ray and obtain the angle of emergence. Two things are given to you, that is the critical angle of the prism, that is 42 degree, and the refractive index of glass is 1.5. I repeat, two things are given to you, that is critical angle of the prism is 42 degree and the refractive index is 1.5. You have to complete the path of the incident ray and also find the angle of emergence. So how to solve this question? So you are given refractive index of glass, first that is with respect to air, that is 1.5, and one more thing, the critical angle. Critical angle of the prism is 42 degree. So I repeat, this is the figure. You have to complete the path of PQ. You have to find angle of emergence, and you should also find the path of the ray. Two things that we have to do. So two things given to you is refractive index of glass with respect to air, that is 1.5, and the critical angle of glass, that is 42 degree. Now let's retrace the path of the incident ray. So this is 90 degree. As we know, it will not undergo any deviation. It will go straight and it will go and hit this second glass air interface. Now we will draw a normal here, and in the last class we had explained what will be the angle between this line and this line, and of course that has to be 30 degree. The same principle, two perpendicular rays, drawing two more rays to it, then those will also be perpendicular. Or you consider two lines, you draw perpendicular to both of them, they will make an angle, and that angle will be equal to our first angle. The same principle. So if this is 30 degree, this is also 30 degree. Now critical angle is 42 degree. The angle of incidence is 30 degree. So it's less than critical angle. So will it undergo total internal reflection? No. It will undergo refraction. And now it is from a denser glass to air, denser medium to rarer medium. So it will bend away from the normal. So it will go like this. So this is how the path is followed. Now the second thing that we have to find is the emergent angle. Now to find that, we will have to use the basic refractive index formula. And the formula is NGA is equal to sin I by sin R. Refractive index of glass with respect to air is sin I by sin R. Now when I write this formula, I is the angle of incidence in air and R is the angle of refraction in glass. But in our question, the ray is from glass to air. So that means when I write NGA, I will be this angle of emergence, sin E, and sin R will be 30 degree, sin 30 degree, because NGA means the ray going from air to glass. So this ray, if I retrace it, it would take this path. So this we are going to take as angle of incidence, and this we are going to take it as angle of refraction. So now we have to solve this. This is given 1.5, sin E is what we have to find, and sin 30. So sin E is equal to 1.5 into sin 30. When you solve this, you will get it as 0.75. So sin E is equal to 0.75, and that same as angle of emergence. You can just take sin inverse, but writing this much is enough. You can write sin E is equal to 0.75. So we have got the angle of emergence, and also we have drawn the path of the ray. Now we will solve one more problem. I will read the question. A narrow beam of monochromatic light PQ is incident normally on one face of an EQ angular glass prism of refractive index 1.45. When the prism is immersed in a certain liquid, the ray makes grazing emergence along the other face. Find the refractive index of the liquid. I repeat the question. A narrow beam of monochromatic light PQ is incident normally on one face of an EQ angular glass prism of refractive index 1.45. When the prism is immersed in a certain liquid, the ray makes a grazing emergence along the other face. Find the refractive index of this liquid. So this is the figure given in the question. You have a prism. There is an incident ray PQ, and you have it's going and hitting this face AC. This is glass, and this entire setup is immersed in a liquid. Now what happens? It's also mentioned in the question that when it is immersed in the liquid, this ray grazes through the surface. So an incident ray coming like this goes through the surface. Now what are we supposed to find out? We have to find the refractive index of the liquid. So how to go about the question? One thing that is given in the question is refractive index of glass, and that is 1.45. So refractive index of glass with respect to air is given as 1.45. Now the first step is to find the angle of incidence. Now the first step is to find the angle of incidence. Now two more things. This is an EQ angular prism. So this will be 60. This will also be 60. This is also 60. So if this is 60, then of course this angle has to be 60 degree. Now when you have this is 60 degree and this grazes through the surface, we can use our general formula of refractive index. We are going to use that sin I by sin R is equal to N2 by N1. Now if we have to find the angle through which it grazes through the surface. Now I is equal to 60 degree, and what is this angle of refraction? This is normal, so this has to be 90 degree. So we have angle of incidence and angle of refraction. So I is also there, R is also there. So we can find N2 by N1. Now in this, what is N2? N2 is the refractive index of liquid and N1 is the refractive index of glass. Sin I by sin R is equal to N2 by N1. So this liquid is your N2 and glass is your N1 because it is going from glass to the liquid. So sin I is 60 degree by sin R is 90 degree. This is equal to N2 is what we have to find out. N1 we know that's given 1.45. So we have to find N2. N2 will be equal to 1.45 into sin 60 by sin 90. Sin 90 is 1. So 1.45 into sin 60 and this will come to 1.25. So 1.25 is the refractive index of the liquid. So basically what we have done, we've just used the refractive index formula. Sin I by sin R is equal to N2 by N1. Substituted all values and we obtain the answer. So this is the two numericals on reflecting prisms. I hope both the numericals are clear to you. Thank you.